Now that we have an awesome introduction paragraph, we're going to review our body paragraphs. We're going to look at topic sentences, we're going to look at a TLQP, and we're going to look at our analysis. Make sure you revise your body paragraphs as we go along. First thing that you're going to see in a body paragraph is your topic sentences. This is the very first sentence of every body paragraph, and it is only one sentence. It should connect back to your thesis and give a general example of where we see it. Don't be too specific yet because that's going to be in your TLQP and your evidence. Make sure that you always follow the sequential order of your thesis as well. So if you mention two characters, make sure that whatever character you mention first in your thesis is in your first body paragraph, and so on and so forth. After reviewing your topic sentences, we're moving on to our TLQP. A TLQP needs to be all in one sentence and one sentence only. It stands for transition, background, quote, and parenthetical. I'm going to go over what those things look like and how it should look. In every TLQP, it needs to start with a transition. These are a list of just a few basic transitions that you can stop and review. Directly after your transition, you're going to want to give me your lead-in or your background. So what was happening when your evidence occurred? Be specific. Do not give me things like on page so-and-so we see, or in chapter this we see evidence. We want to make sure that we're giving specific examples. Directly after your lead-in or background, you're going to connect your quote or your evidence. Make sure that it flows smoothly between your lead-in and the evidence. Make sure that you're using your notebook to have your evidence cited properly, and only cite what you need in your evidence. Don't pull unnecessary information. The last thing that you need in your TLQP is your parenthetical. That's where you give me the author's last name and the page number surrounded by parentheses and a period at the end. Look at my example above and use this to format your own parenthetical citations. Let's take a look at two examples. Let's take a look at the one on the left first. For example, when he sewed up Jem's jeans, when I went back, they were folded across the fence. Lee, page 31. What do you guys think about this one? What I notice is it has a transition, for example. The background is a little vague. It says when he, but that is a vague pronoun. We don't know who he is. I also notice that it is two sentences. You'll see the period after jeans, and then it goes directly into the evidence. Remember, a TLQP needs to be one sentence. I also notice in their parenthetical citation that they include the word page, which we don't want to do. Moving on to the right example, it says, for example, Jem goes to retrieve his pants stuck in the fence. However, when he went back, they were folded across the fence. Lead 31. What do you guys think about this one? This is a pretty good TLQP. It gives me a transition, it gives me specific background, and it gives me a properly cited piece of textual evidence with a proper parenthetical citation. Last but not least, we have our analysis. This is the most challenging part. Make sure that your analysis is at least 2 to 3 sentences without counting a summary. It's okay to summarize your evidence in about 1 sentence right after your textual evidence, but make sure that you give me another 2 to 3 sentences of analysis. Make sure that you're using the evidence to support your answer. So things like looking at the tone, looking at gestures, looking at word choice. Why did you pull the evidence that you did? Well, there you have it, all the steps for a perfect body paragraph. Remember, it's topic sentence, TLQP, and then your analysis and link to the next paragraph. Good luck.